Like, I think what we'll do, like, after obviously the after the Hydra war is done, obviously we'll move on. There won't be a lab, so it's all, you know what I mean? Which is fine, you know. We can move on from the lab shit, and we can focus on some other things. Oil rig's gone. There's even more reason now to want to like build a bit of an empire, because not everybody can be rich anymore. Does that make sense? Like Mandem Enterprises can actually still be a real thing. Like, I know, like, I mean, I know we're not going to get the lab back, you know? Like, Denzel kind of knows it as well, but at the same time he cares about it, so whatever. I think it's more of a, I mean, I don't think this war will go on for too much longer, if I'm honest. I think it's got to the point where both sides, like today, I feel like both sides were a bit demoralized with cop response. You know, I think that was kind of the vibe today. Lou, mate, how you doing, brother? I don't think it killed the vibe. I just think, at the end of the day, they're doing the job. But the problem is, like, you don't get a chance to have a bit of a scuffle before cops are there. So it's like, what'd you do, you know? They would let you cook with them? No, I mean, why would they let Denzel cook with them? Like, it doesn't make any sense. They've stolen it and we've had a war over it. Like, and that's the thing, right? And that's the thing that, like, from Denzel's POV, from, like, my point of view, right? We've had a war over them stealing the lab. We didn't win the war, or we haven't won the war, for example, right? Why am I then still gonna go and camp outside of the lab? Like, the doors and shit. It makes no sense. In roleplay, we've been smoked, right? In roleplay, the war is over, it's done. Like, I'm not gonna go and camp in a bush, like, because at the end of the day, that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Chat, let's be honest. We were never going to use that lab anyway. It was just kind of like, oh, well, let's see what happens with Hydra. Let's test their, you know, to see whether they actually do truly fuck with a Mandem and whether they trust them like that. If they steal it, well, they steal it. Like, who really gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I think, it's very strange. Because Denzel still trusts Hydra. And he doesn't really feel like that betrayed. It's a very strange feeling for him, because this hasn't really... It's just proven it was a bad decision, but I think Denzel came to terms with the fact that this could happen. Does that make sense? Because Denzel himself kind of knew that their decision and what they did makes complete sense. You know? What's your questions? Post-math games in the lab isn't a thing. Get into, I think, probably just more into business stuff. Become a lot more active. Like, I think Denzel's built confidence through this war. You know, to just be like, I think, you know, the main factors are like the takeaways from a lot of the fights are we just need to be the aggressors. And if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if you take the first shot, it's better than taking the first shot than taking the second one, because them first shots can put people down. I feel like you always want to be the aggressor. My lovely meth lab. Rest in peace to the meth lab, you know? It was bad as hell. Yeah, but chat, we all knew it was going to be like this, and imagine if we'd have gone in to war with a group that like really wanted to win. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, Hydra haven't gone to war with us. We went to war with them, and they don't really need to do anything. Like at the end of the day, like we ain't getting shit back, you know, and they're just chilling. They're just vital. You know what I mean? Denzel sold a lab before, you know. But it's the same goes with any... At the end of the day, Hydra are the most formidable opponent, you know, in Los Santos. Have they been going full strength? Absolutely not. And that's obviously what, like, makes them even more scary. Because, you know what I mean? Imagine, like, them rolling out consistent pressure. Imagine that consistent pressure. At the end of the day, they've given us a chance to breathe. You know what I mean? But imagine, you know... At least you haven't lost 4 tables. I mean, the tables aren't really an issue. At the end of the day, I'm going to get the money back for the tables, which is better than having the 4 tables, if I'm completely honest. It's all fun. End of the day, it's all fun. Mandem and Hydra are home. I mean, OOC doesn't even come into it. Like all them streamers are amazing people. All the people in Hydra are really great people. You know, like. That was never in question, you know? Like, and don't get me wrong, I think some great OOC relationships always come from interacting with people in character as well, you know what I mean? You build those friendships and stuff, you know? You have a chance to... Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, and this is what I was saying. I mean, Mandem have never been scared of war. It was just about entertaining something that made sense to entertain. Does that make sense? Like, what we're not going to do now, right? We've lost this meth lab to Hydra. We will have a war over it. You know, we didn't get the lab back. So you move on.